I finally got sick of the media basically ignoring. The point is to the pack that I put together, the Anti-Psychopath Political Action Committee, because he is a psychopath, and even at his mental best, at his most acute mental state, he's a bad guy. He's basically represents all that is evil, as reflected in psychiatric definitions. He is the definition. If there is a diagnosis for evil, it is that of Donald Trump. He is a malignant narcissist. That is a phrase that was coined by a psychologist named Erich Fromm. I think it was in the 1950s. And what Erich Fromm was trying to do was he was trying to explain the psychological makeup of essentially the world's worst people, the Hitler, the Stalins. And he did. He basically just said the primary traits that these people have are extreme pathological narcissism. It's all about themselves. And sociopathy. They have no conscience. They lie all the time. They don't care whether they cause harm to others. And Trump is a narcissistic sociopath. And there are a couple of other things that Fromm described, like paranoia. Well, Trump thinks everybody is out to get him, obviously. And Machiavellianism, they're always trying to work their way into power. But basically, it's narcissism and sociopathy. And even if you don't accept the psychological aspect of it, we are not psychologists or psychiatrists. We are not authorized to diagnose, but these are very, very simple definitions that anybody can understand. And if you don't want to get into, I can't be a psychiatrist, I'm not an expert. All you have to do is look at the characteristics of a sociopath, for example. And there are about 7 of them. And you only have to have 3 to be classified as sociopath by a mental health professional. Trump is all 7. There's no question that he is all 7. And, the question is, well, even though I don't accept a psychiatric diagnosis or not making one, are these the characteristics that I want in anybody with any power or control over my life, let alone President of the United States? That explains every bad characteristic. The misogyny, the authoritarianism, the desire for revenge. All of the negative aspects of his personality are explained by his mental conditions. And those mental conditions are easy to spot, and you just don't want to have anything to do with anybody like that. One of the things that's happened is we treat him as normal. We have normalized Donald Trump's bizarreness not only because we're just so used to seeing it on the television and used to seeing it on social media, but nobody ever put the proper label on it, which is this is pathological. This guy is not normal. He is out here. He should not be in charge of anything. And once you sort of try to normalize him and say, well, he's got a different approach, or he's kind of rough around the edges, or whatever it is they say about him in a given moment. And then they say, it's the new Trump. And then it's the new Trump. Oh, he's got a new tone. He didn't scream at anybody today. Look, it's like, no, he is what he is, and he always will be what he is. And you can't not take him seriously. I mean, it's easy to not take him seriously. Even his own people don't take him that seriously because they think he's a buffoon. He's not so bad. It's like, no. But they don't take him seriously because they know he's an idiot.
Right.
He is an idiot, yes, but he is a dangerous idiot because these traits that are in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders and described by psychologists and psychiatrists and historians. The historians actually see this too, because this is they deal with the consequences of these characters when they write history. He's dangerous, even though he is a buffoon. He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's a malignant narcissist. He's a psychopath. He's just a general nut job. So I've been saying this for years. We're used to Trump being just a complete lunatic and, an idiot and a buffoon, talking about Revolutionary War airports 5 years ago and Clorox 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I mean, we're just used to that.